very good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. It is my great pleasure, privilege, and honor to be with all of you on this Facebook Live session once again. Hardesh Marwaha ji, namaste. Abhilash Shekhar Sharma ji, my obeisances to you as well. Chetan, Hare Krishna. Hi Rahul. Gaurav Khandelwal, thank you very much for joining us on this Facebook Live. Rohit, it's a great pleasure having you on. Anand Sethi ji, Pranam. Vipin, Hare Krishna. Ranu ji, Suprabhat. Rishik Roy, good morning. Jessie, hello from Edmonton, she's saying. Thank you very much for joining us from Edmonton, all the way from Edmonton. I think I really want to express my sincerest and deepest gratitude to all of you for joining us on this 21-day habit challenge. I am really excited and I truly look forward to being with all of you every single day for the next 3 weeks at 8 o'clock Indian Standard Time. And the topic of our discussion will be how to help each other to take up this very exciting 21-day habit challenge. I feel challenges are such an integral part of growth in our life. For example, a teacher will always pose higher and higher challenges to the students. Why? Because the teacher wants the student to grow in his or her understanding of the subject. Mathematics, for instance. What's mathematics in kindergarten and primary school, in secondary school, in university is different. Why? Because the challenge level goes on increasing. And the higher the challenge, and in a better way we are able to crack it, we simply grow deeper in our understanding of the subject. One teacher was once asking a student, if A is equal to B and B is equal to C, then A is equal to C. Can you give me a practical example for this? The guy said, I love you, you love your daughter. And I don't think I need to say the rest of it at all. So yes, teacher poses a challenge to the student so that the student can grow deeper. Anyone who's interested in physical fitness and is into exercising, workouts, the fitness coach, the trainer will pose higher and higher challenges for the person who's working out. Why? Because only when higher challenges are posed, whether it's picking up weights, whether it's doing push-ups, whether it's doing pull-ups, whatever the exercise may be, only when higher and higher challenges are posed, then can there be muscle growth. Then can there be shedding off of the extra fat and the calories that we have gathered on ourselves. Even in relationships, for that matter, life poses so many challenges as time passes by. And the more two individuals who are in a relationship, married relationship, parental relationship, friendly relationship, the more we are willing to take up that challenge and deal with it effectively, we grow deeper in our emotional bonding with each other. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no meaning to life without a challenge. And the symptom of greatness is to accept that challenge in a very sportive spirit and learn how to grow deeper in whatever we are doing. In fact, a couple of years back, there was a group of people who started taking this challenge called the Ice Bucket Challenge, where they would bathe themselves with freezing cold ice water. And in fact, they were raising funds to provide support for this rare disease called ALS. For the next 3 weeks, we want to take up this challenge, the 21-day habit challenge. Time has flown away. The 31st of December last year, 2017, I know that you decided that you would change in a certain way. 1 year has passed by. We have to now deeply introspect that within the last year, did we actually work on what we decided? We always make these resolutions. Srila Prabhupada, who's the founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, ISKCON, he used to say, we make resolutions, and he said, resolutions, resolutions, so many resolutions, and then dissolution, and ultimately no solution. So, as we were mentioning earlier, I really want all of you to truly introspect. If you decided something in the last year, 2017, and did you truly work on it through the year, and where do you stand today? Throughout the day today till we meet the next morning, tomorrow at 8 o'clock, I want all of you to introspect. This one word, introspection, to see if you've actually worked on what you decided, or were you a victim of resolution, dissolution, and no solution. Ladies and gentlemen, I often say that habits are of three kinds. The first is our good habits. And when we talk about good habits, for example, saying a thank you, just as an example, or saying a sorry, being hospitable, courteous, kind is a good habit. And very often, it's just a habit though. Very often we could say a thank you or even say a sorry and not even mean it. We go into the autopilot mode, and that's why we call it a habit. It's just in the autopilot mode. We say thank you, we don't mean it. We may say a sorry, we may not mean it. And therefore, when it comes to good habits, in the year 2018, let us consciously enhance them. Not just sustain and enhance those habits, but consciously enhance those habits, which is basically, for example, we say a thank you, we mean a thank you as well. For example, if we say a sorry, we mean a sorry as well. They're good habits. And you could identify your own good habits and make sure that we do not continue them in an autopilot mode in the year 2018. So with the good habits, we don't want to be in the autopilot mode, but we want to consciously enhance the quality of those good habits as we enter the year 2018. Then there are neutral habits. And when we talk about neutral habits, those are not necessarily good, nor are they necessarily bad or destructive as well. They're just neutral. They get into our muscle memory and we just do it. For example, the other day, someone asked me the number for my combination lock. And to be honest, I just could not recollect the number for my combination lock. It's just a combination lock. You have to just go around to left, right a few times and the numbers are there on the dial. When it comes to opening the lock, however, that code has entered into my muscle memory, and so for me to open the lock comes so easy in an autopilot mode again. And there's no harm actually. If these neutral habits are useful, we should just utilize them. Just like, for example, I come to my room and I don't even have to think of the combination code. I don't even have to think of the number. From that muscle habit, the autopilot muscle memory, I just go and open up the lock. So with our good habits, in the year 2018, consciously enhance them. With our neutral habits, if they're useful, utilize them. But I know, ladies and gentlemen, there's one thing that we are all struggling with. We don't have so much problem with the good habits. Good, let's enhance them. We don't have so much problem with the neutral habits, so long as they're not all that horrible and those idiosyncrasies. We are okay to utilize them on a day-to-day basis. What's challenging is our bad habits. Those bad habits which are destructive for our physical health, they ruin our emotional health. They destroy our spiritual health. These bad habits are negative. They're a dark spot. They're actually taking the peace of our mind away. They're taking the deep growth that we can actually have in our life away from us. So as we enter into this 21-day habit challenge for the next 3 weeks, we want to deal with these bad habits, leave them away, throw them back into the past as we enter into the new year 2018. And it's good actually, because we are starting today on the 6th of December. We still have 3 weeks to prepare before we actually start dealing with it from the 1st of January 2018. So if you ask me to define this 21-day habit challenge in one line, I would say this 21-day habit challenge is to form a habit in a way that we can deal with our habits when we enter into the new year. And here are the two things I want you to do today. Number one, identify that one bad habit, whatever it may be, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, physical, whatever that bad habit might be, identify that one bad habit that we need to deal with urgently. Let's identify, because there's so much clutter all over the place. We have so many things to deal with, like many times in my room, there's so many things around and I need to deal with them. But there are certain things that I need to deal with urgently. Yes, we will deal with everything, but we need to deal with something urgently. Today, through the day, I want all of you to identify that one bad habit that we will all together work on through these next 21 days and prepare ourselves as we enter into the new year 2018. And the second thing that I want you to do through the day, in fact now, is to make a firm resolve. In Sanskrit, resolve is called sankalpa. We all want to make a sankalpa together. We all want to make a resolve together that for the next 21 days, we will all stay tuned at 8 o'clock Indian Standard Time in the morning. We will learn all of these different reflections, pointers to deal with our respective bad habits, whichever one we have identified. And we will offer this bad habit at the feet of the Supreme and seek His help to deal with these negativities in our life. I always say, when we are beautiful, it's God's gift to us. But when we live our life beautiful, it's our gift to God. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, as we begin the new year, we want to offer a precious gift to God by living our life beautiful. And that living our life beautiful means at least to chuck away that one bad habit for the year 2018. And therefore, the 3 pointers that I want to leave you with for the day is number one, introspection. Introspect what you have done in the last 1 year. Did you actually work on something that you decided last year? Or were you a victim of resolution, dissolution, and no solution? If it was the case, we have another chance for the coming year as well. The second thing I want you to do is identify that one bad habit that you want to deal with. There's so many that we want to take, but let's deal with one at a time. And as we feel confidence in dealing with one, we will probably take up another one in the next year. The third thing I want you to do is make a sankalpa, make a resolve. At this point of time, as we say goodbye to each other till we meet tomorrow morning, make a silent sankalpa in your heart while offering that prayer to God. Even if you haven't identified your habit yet and you will do that through the day, at least make this one prayer in your heart, that I want to live my life beautiful as an offering unto you, and I will deal with this one bad habit and offer it to you as I enter into the new year 2018. Thank you all very, very much for being with us on this Facebook Live session. See you all tomorrow at 8 o'clock Indian Standard Time for our second reflection on the 21 days habit challenge. Thank you all very much once again. Have a great day ahead. Thank you. Hare Krishna.